Yo, bro.
Yo, bro.
Yo, bro.
What's up?
Dude,
What's up?
it's a great day, first off, because it's always a great day. I thought I was coming home, and I thought my fireplace was on, because I pulled into the driveway, and I saw smoke coming out of my chimney.
That's not what you look
But
for,
it was just
probably.
it was just the steam from my it was just the heat from my house.
Oh.
Because I was like, did Trisha want to surprise me and like actually do a fire? Because I was like, we should use this. We should use this.
Mm-hmm.
But she's like kind of worried because we hadn't got it checked out. So I gotta call
get checked
that
out
for.
before the live fire. in there.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, why don't we do a little mini fire?
Yeah, so you burn
And,
your house
like,
down. That's probably why you don't
No,
do that.
I'm coming.
Yeah,
in
you really-
chimney.
Yeah, you don't do that before you check the flu and all that.
Hey, you don't do that. But so that is. I told you before the pod. I got a joke for you that I wanted to share with you.
All right, what you got?
And you've had a child, so you can probably relate. And then Abe, I'm sorry, you won't really relate.
It's fun.
So one of my coworkers, he's on his second right now,
Mhm.
and they're pregnant, and they're about the same as Trish and I right now.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right, dude, I'm leaving the office. I'm gonna go home and get yelled at by my wife. And everyone's like, why? What's the deal? I was like, nah, she's just pregnant. And my buddy who's pregnant, he's like, yep, I know what you mean, dude. I'm on number 2, but I get it, bro. One day you're about to get a divorce, the next day you're making out on a beach. I don't know. It just is what it is. I was like, dude, that's what it felt. That's what it felt like today, man. Like, and I came home and I told Trisha that, and she started laughing as well. But
That's funny. Yeah, I hear you, bro.
Dude.
A lot of ups and downs in that. There's no
Oh,
doubt
Can
about
I
it.
just ask a quick question? Do you think
Go
that
for
I don't just get randomly yelled at by my wife? too?
I-
Like, you know who you're dealing with there? I'm an idiot.
trust me, I get it. I do, and I relate. And before this happened, I was like, when all the people who were pregnant before were like, "Oh, it's gonna get there," and I'm like, "We're great at communication. We don't really argue. It's not gonna happen." And then it kind of we got there. It's like, why is this even an argument? This isn't something like we ever argue about. It just is what it is, man.
I hear you.
But
Dude.
you know, we keep talking it through, and we're gonna be all right.
You want fun forewarning?
Yeah.
So for those listeners, my son just turned 1, and I'll let you know when that whole like baby brain thing goes away. The time, time's still on the clock.
I mean, that's long. I was warned that it could be like 6 months, but you're like a year.
Hey, listen, and self-admitted too. Like it's not.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
just a
100%.
Yeah. It is what it is, man. That's science, dude. It is. Hey,
Science. Yeah, she
life
pulls up a
finds
study.
way.
She pulls up a study and she's like, look, like my brain is literally like smaller than it used to be. I'm like, what? That's not real. And I look at it, it's like, oh God. Like it actually, like there's some authenticity to saying that.
Mm.
It's very interesting. I don't know. Whatever, man. But it's a beautiful thing. Let's just make it through and everyone be happy, all right? Anyway, I appreciate you letting me vent that out, dude.
Anytime.
How are you
brother.
guys?
Doing great.
I'm
Can't complain.
phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
I just installed a baby gate at the top of the stairs. Listen,
At the top.
yeah, we can do a little free roam on the second floor.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay.
That's where
Okay.
all the bedrooms are. So it's
And
like
that's where the office is, right?
that's third
Still
floor.
or no? Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So I mean, like, the idea is that he's blasting around, but I mean, if he gets out of a room, bro, he's quick. He's
Yeah.
mad quick. So
oh man,
dude,
dude.
yeah, gotta take the precautions. But
That's
we got
awesome.
one at the bottom of the steps, one at the top of the steps, and here's the thing, dude.
Hmm.
This kid's gonna be a climber.
Yeah, that's great.
It's kind
It's great. Just build it. Build a beautiful wall, double height. He'll be all right, dude.
he needs a helmet, dude. I don't know, man.
I was listening to this thing, and he was a serviceman. I forget whether he was in the Army or Navy SEALs or whatever. And he was talking about how like there's this area of risky biz that the father will let his son or daughter live in. You
Mhm.
know, like when they're on the jungle gym, the mom's usually going to be like, hey, don't do that. And the father will kind of be like in the background, like, let's see what happens. Like the tolerance
Yeah.
is a bit further.
For sure.
And I think for a good reason as well. So, dude, if he starts climbing, let him climb, but absolutely heighten that freaking baby gate or put some spikes on it or something.
A little razor wire at the top.
Spikes don't work. They tried that in New York on the subway terminal things, and they're just hopping them already too. The kid's a climber. Them spikes ain't stopping him.
Yeah, it's crazy because he can't even walk. But he's like, when we were in Florida for the holidays, there's like an entertainment center, and he was like kind of posted up walking along it.
Yeah,
and then he goes and he tries to put his foot up on like the hinge of like one of the the cupboards. Like it's a tiny little hinge, and he tries to put his foot up so he can mount and then go up. I was like,
what part of the foot? A toe or the heel?
He was digging in with the toes, man.
Really
crazy.
Dang.
Oh, you catch a toe in there, dude. If the door starts swinging back,
kid's gonna be in trees in no time, dude.
This is what I'm saying, dude.
It only takes one time to learn your lesson when you pinch a toe, and then you probably don't do that again.
I think I learned that lesson a few times, so I don't know. Definitely.
I mean, dude, my mom. This was back in the day. My mom was baking cookies, and you know how cookie sheets? Some of them do, maybe not all of them. They have a slanted handle, almost like one whole edge of a cookie sheet kind of tips up a little bit.
I know what you mean.
It's like the handle.
Yeah.
Well, I think this was kind of her fault, but it was also my fault. She pulled the cookies out, and that is where you grab the handle. So I don't expect her to put it and then rotate the whole sheet so the handle's all the way at the back of the. I don't expect her to do that, but maybe moving forward I might do that in my life. But so she puts the hot cookie tray on the stove, and I go to reach for some cookies, and I burn the bottom of my forearm, and I have a big line right here, and I've never reached for a hot tray again after that. She's like, I told you they were hot.
That's an effective lesson then, right?
Absolutely. Sometimes you got to touch the stove to know it's hot, dude.
Yeah.
Listen, how dare you steal the good name of that woman on this podcast?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I appreciate that. You're right. I take that.
Shout out Dom's mom. She's the best.
She knows what she was doing. She was teaching me a lesson.
Phenomenal. Abe?
Yes.
How we looking this week?
We look great this week. And to start us off, I got some pretty angry gamers. We're back to some angry gamers, so I think we can roll the clip.
Roll the clip. All right, why are they pissed?
This one's it's a little bit of a setup here. So there's a man named Matthew Ball. He releases a state of video gaming report every single year, and it's like 240 slides. It's a lot of stuff.
Okay.
And in this state of video gaming report, there was a lot of talks about spiraling development costs and stagnant revenues in the video game industry with a lack of growth and things like that. I was
going to ask if you had like graphs and like pie charts of photos of his excrement, or that you just. All right, go ahead.
Tons of information and graphs to support his claims about the industry, but a lot of it talking about stagnant growth and things like that. But one of the big areas of focus that he noted was a trend across the industry and the major players of the industry is a lot of eyes being on Take-Two, which is the publishing company for Grand Theft Auto. With Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out this year, the reason that people are paying such close attention is there's a lot of speculation that Take-Two could increase the base price of the game to $100. The industry standard right now is kind of $60 to $70 for a full price AAA game, and that's a quote unquote AAA, because we could talk about that ad nauseum too as to whether or not the quality is there to support that claim. But that would represent a pretty substantial increase in a number that really hasn't changed since the last time Take-Two released a Grand Theft Auto game, Grand Theft Auto 5, which they brought it from the $60 range to the $70 max end range for a base price of the game. And the reason that this is important is many industry leaders in the video game industry have felt that the product price has remained stagnant and has not gone up with inflation to counter the cost of inflation and other costs of the business. Now, why does that make people so angry is the question. The idea that, maybe the video game industry is ramping up price. Well, it's because they are very significantly ignoring the fact that a lot of games employ a live service model and have built microtransactions into the game. So studios complaining about a lack of price increase on the base price of the game are conveniently ignoring the fact that there are hundreds of millions of dollars being produced by top-end games on microtransactions on an annual basis due to the live service model. So the big debate is, if Take-Two does come and increase the price of Grand Theft Auto 6, will the hype of the game mean that people will completely ignore the increase and buy it anyway? Will that be something that's possible for the rest of the industry to replicate? And is this, increased revenue going to bring additional offsetting costs, or the ability to offset the costs of development and the longer development times that people are looking for products to be improved? And that's kind of the great crux of this debate and this report on the state of the industry that this guy did.
Fascinating. It could go two ways, I think. The reality is that this is one of the only, Rockstar is one of the only studios that can get away with having their publishing company increase the price and people not really bat an eye. This game has been, people have been waiting for this game for 12 years now. 2013, right? Was GTA, with GTA 5?
I thought we said 11 or 15, so it might be 12, because if it was 11, that was like 4 months ago.
September 17th of 2013.
Cool.
So that also represents, like I said, the last time there was a significant increase in the price of a AAA game base price.
Right. That's definitely the other side of the coin is, 12 years ago, we were happy to pay 70. And the reality is that there's probably not one person who bought GTA 5 and thought I didn't get my money's worth. And
wait, was it 70? Because I thought it was 60.
That's what Abe just said, did not?
The research that I pulled out of this guy's, State of Gaming report stated that Grand Theft Auto 5 was represented an increase from the $60 base price to $70 on its initial launch.
Okay. All right. Not that that's a big data point. I could care less.
Granted, it came out on a lot of different platforms and stuff, right? So it's like maybe there was a difference between like a PC versus a console type. I would say either way, 12 years ago, and again, like when I was buying N64 games when I was 8 years old, or my parents were, Lamau, they were $50. They were $50, $55. And it's like, this was in the 90s, man.
Yeah, dude, you're old.
All right, bro. That's not where I was going.
That was at least 30 years ago.
Okay, dude.
Dude,
what are you laughing about over there, Abe? Hey, I'll bring you into this so fast.
I get to slide under the old radar here, dude.
Or shit.
Anytime he attacks you, it doesn't come on me. I'm the oldest one here by far.
Pause. So to me, they are one of the only studios that can get away with it. It has been a really long time that we have not seen an increase in base price. The reason why there's pushback on this increase in base price is because because of the microtransactions. And GTA will absolutely have micros in it. I have no doubt in my mind, right? For GTA Online, definitely going to be slinging all kinds of stuff in that shop. They also will likely do some sort of expansion down the road. What I think is also interesting is completely lost my train of thought. I was looking at Slum just nodding over there, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm hitting this," and then it's gone.
You want me to jump in?
Hey, go ahead.
So, all right. So you said people are mad because the industry standard is $70.
It's the top end of a
okay. Let's talk what the industry standard is, because it's definitely not GTA. GTA is way above the whatever people would think like industry standard is.
Yeah.
GTA is literally like the best game ever. People are still playing it 11 years ago. So I don't think you can really compare GTA price to any other game. And I might be wrong about that.
Phenomenal.
Okay. And then if you want to add more.
I'm just playing. Go ahead.
All right. So, and then I have, you're talking about microtransactions that go back to GTA. So that's like cosmetics maybe, and that might be some DLC. But then let's talk about how GTA literally like creates economies in itself.
Yeah.
So people creating the servers,
Yep.
and people can make money off of having microtransactions for them in their servers.
Right.
Now, yeah, GTA will get a little drip from that, sure, but like people are able to also create their own economies and make money themselves, and that's before this new one with cryptocurrency where it is now, with the game industry where it is now. Like, dude, people are going to become millionaires in this game in real life or in virtual reality, whatever. What other games are there that do that? So to compare $70 is like, that's the industry standard. How dare them? GTA is not the industry standard, dude. They're well above any other game, in my opinion. And who knows? I might be wrong, but that's it.
I think what you're saying, though, kind of plays into the point that people are making about using Grand Theft Auto to set the industry standard, because that's kind of what and you can see there's a tweet here that I have up on the screen. This is from one of the lead developers at Larian that produced Baldur's Gate 3, referencing this article that talks about the $100 price point, and he says you're not supposed to say that part out loud. Is the first part of the tweet, talking about the video game industry hoping that the rest of the industry could see this increase in base price. And then he says below, a good company raises salaries in line with inflation so that their staff don't die or something, but games prices haven't risen with inflation. This isn't the reason the industry is in the shit for now, but it is an uncomfortable truth. On the other hand, the responsibility for a game developer is to make sure that the game they show lives up to that promise and that investment from the player. And that's the part that has people angry about this notion of Grand Theft Auto setting the standard, right? Because Grand Theft Auto isn't the standard, clearly, as you just defined. And most games are not going to be up to that level to be able to charge that price point, but they're still going to try to, based on this company doing that. Also, just real quick to note, you talk about the profitability of Grand Theft Auto 5. Up until, I think the study I looked at for this showed in March of 2024, so March of last year. At that point, Grand Theft Auto 5 had made over $9 billion combined in microtransaction and game sales, with averaging $500 million a year in microtransactions in 2023, I believe, was where that number came from. So it further proves that if you do make a good game and you do go to the live service model, you also can continuously make good money without raising the base price of the game.
And I mean, also, like, economically speaking, when we're looking at, entertainment, it doesn't make any sense for entertainment to increase with the price of inflation. Inflation goes up, everything costs more, people have less disposable income because they're paying more for their actual necessities. They have less money left over for entertainment. So for an entertainment industry like gaming to think that, oh, everything is more expensive, we need our cut, it's kind of laughable. It's not really the way that it works, right? So I find that weird.
I would disagree a little. I'm not saying I would want it to work that way. I would love for developers to be like, inflation's hitting. No, we're not going to pull it out of our consumers' pockets. We're going to find it somewhere else. That'd be amazing. But then you have things like Netflix and Twitch and all these entertainment industry things that also raise the price because of inflation, or whether it really is that or whether that's their excuse.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's different when it's 20-30% on a $5 to $12 subscription versus a $70 game. It's a different ballpark. I just don't think that they're going to get it. It's not a realistic expectation. You're not going to receive the same amount of sales because just because you hike the price up, like it's not going to work in your favor.
On GTA or the other games that are going to try to do this?
Specifically the other games that are going to try and do this. And because, like that guy said at the end of his quote, it's all about delivering, right? That's all it comes down to. If you're going to provide value for your $100 and people are going to feel good about that at the end of the day, then that's really all that matters. No one else is going to deliver on that promise. And they've proven that time and time again, right? Rockstar's one of the final remaining, companies out there in the gaming industry that go all out for their consumer, right? And they profit as a result, and they deserve to because they're out here kicking ass. And yeah, like you said, on the back end side of things, I've seen specifically how the inner machinations of these RP servers go, and man, some people are just out there absolutely printing on so many different ends, whether it's application processing, speeding up apps that may not even be approved for the server. All these things are absolutely wild. Plus all the in-game bonuses, right? Like the micros that they can sell to their consumers and just hand things out. Very, very, very interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
Even more than that, like, let's just imagine. So this game has been played for 11 years, right? So we can assume that we're going to play the next one for 11 years, maybe even longer. The amount of business and networking that's going to be conducted on GTA is going to be astronomical because a lot of business is done online now. So why have a Google Meet or why have a Zoom when like you have one of the most popular people or an influential person in that server, and you know where his house is, and you can pull up to the party he's throwing, and you can chat with him in GTA, and you guys can talk about business and make money together in some other. It's just virtual networking as well. Like there's going to be so much money being made on that game. There's no other game like it. I don't see that happening in Red Dead Redemption. What other games are like these big games
Also
that could
Rockstar, but a completely different genre. So
yes. Yeah.
At
What
the end
other
of the
games
day,
are like?
It does happen in Red Dead because you need to remember that Red M is a thing now, just like 5M is a thing, and there are meaningful servers that are all doing the exact same thing for RDR2. So now is that necessarily the selling point of the Red Dead genre? No, not really. Obviously, it's like, you know, much more artistic, story driven. GTA is obviously leans more heavily into crude humor and the fun side of things when they're doing their storytelling, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And it's incredibly entertaining. And then you have the RP component on top. Yeah, it's cool to see them hit a lot of my personal favorite aspects that I'm looking for in games with multiple titles. And I'm obviously pulling for GTA 6 to be as kick-ass as everyone expects. I personally would 100% pay $100. I'm not the guy though that you should ask, right? It's my job to play it, you know.
I mean, I'm the guy you should ask. I don't buy games.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy GTA.
Yeah.
Like I think GTA is worth it. I think I don't think it's even a doubt whether or not it's worth it. I just don't think the rest of the industry should try and follow in their footsteps.
I mean, they're welcome to try. Who cares? I mean, that's the reality.
True.
Who cares?
Yep.
Let them try. Let them fall flat. They are already stumbling. If they think that they can stumble their way into making more per sale, they're out of their minds. So, yeah, I welcome them to give it a shot.
They should reduce their price.
No kidding.
They often do. I mean, they go on sale within a month.
Yeah, right. Yeah. 1 month after
That's
release.
The Ubisoft model.
After everyone realizes, oh, this game's steam pile of shit.
Yeah.
We have no choice but to try and offload as much as possible.
Pretty sure Star Wars Outlaws was like 50% off after a month or some shit. So
I talked to someone the other day and they were like, I love that game, dude. I was like, dude, I don't know enough to be like your opinion probably isn't that good.
What the odds of running into someone who's sub 60 on the street is, Slum? Real high, brother. Real high.
Real high.
Yeah.
Real high.
It is what it is.
All right. Well, I'm excited, man. When's this dropping?
No
supposedly in the fall of this year, but you know it's moved 100 times. So
and fall is before winter, right?
I forget you're not great with the seasons. We learned that.
Yeah.
It's before winter, after summer.
Before winter, yes.
All right.
We'll get there.
I'm excited, man.
Harvest season as well.
I'm excited, dude.
Yeah.
I freaking love GTA, dude.
Release.
Yeah.
Not like a nocturnal one. Go ahead.
Well, keep us posted, dude. Keep us posted.
We'll do. Well, real quick, since we're on the topic of people angry about prices, I'm going to jump down my list a little bit. And it was actually alluded to in our live chat. So listeners kind of caught you mentioned, Slum, that Netflix is increasing their prices. And that is indeed correct. So Netflix, on the backs of gaining, I think, let me get the exact numbers here because I wrote them down, but on the backs of gaining 14 million, I believe, new subscribers.
Damn.
No, I'm sorry, 19 million new subscribers in the fourth quarter. They had big things occurring on Netflix, which included a lot of improvements to their live broadcasting, which happened to be 2 NFL football games on Christmas. The Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight, for what it's worth, if you liked it or not, it was still on their platform. And Squid Game season 2, which is lined up to be one of the biggest shows kind of out there on any streaming platform right now. So on the backs of that and gaining all these subscriptions from all these people with this new content, they've decided to do quite a substantial price hike across all of their different subscription tiers. So specifically, ad supported is increasing $1 a month from $6.99 to $7.99. Standard pricing is going from $15.49 to $17.99, and premium from $22.99 to $24.99. So I bring this up because I often bring this up on our podcast here, and that's streaming services are just cable now. The experience is getting worse than cable because of how many of them there are, and it's just constantly declining and eroding in value.
What is the difference between premium and standard?
That was my question. I
actually don't know. I'll
Yeah, let us know on that one.
don't forget about the Tom Brady roast. The Tom Brady roast
was kick-ass in 2024.
Gigantic.
Yeah, that was massive. And it took over all content distribution for literally a week.
Yes.
I mean, it was just nonstop.
It gives you 4K streaming. That's the big
4K.
thing.
Okay.
And you can have 4 devices watching simultaneously.
Can they be in different states? Asking for a slum.
Not.
Yeah, does that mean you can share with your account with 4 people?
Nah,
you get 2 extra members. 2 extra members.
Okay, so how many of those 19 million new members were because they got kicked off of their
100%, dude. As soon as they started tracking down, that was a big reason why.
That's exactly why I bought Netflix.
Yeah, it's
freaking sucks.
Less than ideal. Yeah, I think if they want to maintain, like, I understand going the live route. I think that's a good choice. I think hosting, different big events is really solid for Netflix. Exclusives, they've always like understood that model, right? Having their Netflix exclusive shows, because it's something that they can offer that no one else can, and that obviously is a strong driver. The problem is that when they get real loosey goosey with the shows and they get too mismanaged, they end up canceling the Netflix show like 2-3 seasons in, and it feels like a fucking Bitcoin rug pull, dude.
Well, are you speaking
bunch of meme coin TV, dude? I hate it.
Are you speaking of Netflix
Original
produced by Netflix?
Yeah.
Like not exclusives. Netflix can buy like a Friends or something, and now it's a Netflix exclusive. You mean produced by Netflix?
Correct.
And which is a Netflix original, right?
Yeah.
That's what it. Okay.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of those, and one that was like absolutely my favorite was Glow, Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, dude. Mark Maron.
Yeah.
And the chick from Community.
From Community, yeah, who played what's her name?
Yeah, banger show.
Allison Brie, I think.
Yeah, Allison Brie. Yeah, just canceled after 3 seasons with no resolution, and they've done that with a bunch of them, man. Love is another one that I think is canceled without a resolution. It's just it's a shame, dude.
That leads me to my favorite part from this thing too that I saw was a quote from the co-CEO of Netflix, Ted Sarandos. I believe that's how you pronounce it. But he says, when you're going to ask for a price increase, you better make sure you have the goods and the engagement to back it up. And I feel like what we have going into 2025 is just that. And I think what's so disingenuous about that is that they don't do the opposite, right? When they don't have the goods to back it up, when they're canceling programs, when they don't have a lot of new, unique content, it's like they're reducing the price.
Oh, it doesn't work like that.
Just as high and crappy. So
doesn't work. You ever see Mr. Deeds? Do you know what scene I'm talking about? When the guy is, who I guess he's a pitcher or he's a hitter, and he comes into the office, I want some more money, or I'm not playing.
A quarterback, I think. I think he's the quarterback of the Jets or something like that.
Mr. Deed punches him right in the face. He's like, "Well, if you do worse, can we pay you less?" Fuck no. He's like, "That ain't how it works, dude."
Yeah. I will give him credit where I think credit is due is they are pushing to do new dope things for sure, but if it's at the expense of their bread and butter, then that's obviously not a good thing. So I just hope that they are a little bit more careful with how they manage a lot of their original series projects in the future. I don't think I've seen one like a real bad one get canceled in a bit. So Yeah, I mean, and again, like they're exclusive. Like they're. I'm pretty sure Arcane is exclusive to Netflix. Like,
Freaking love Arcane, dude.
I think it is. Yeah.
yeah, it's like they just
Exclusive.
have
No, I don't think it's an
so many
original.
hitters. No, it's produced out of house
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. A24. I see that whether it's production or what type of company it is. I see A24 be in front of a lot of those shows. They are, Abe, can you look at what A24 is?
Right now, yeah.
They are responsible for heaters, dude. Like, absolutely. I don't know if that's.
Movies are like the backbone of modern day cinematography.
Dude.
A24 is an independent film and television production distribution company.
Yeah. I saw a
buddy of ours
trailer.
works for A24.
I don't know. Oh. I saw a trailer with your boy Daniel Craig, and I think it's called Queer. And it's like a story of a guy coming back from the army or whatever, and I guess it's.
Can we clarify for the listeners that that's a joke?
It's not a joke. It's called Daniel Craig, your boy. Yeah. You don't think he's a good James Bond, and I think you're,
Casino
little slow.
Royale was good. The rest have not been very good that he's been in. That's my opinion, but I digress.
Well, I guess you're delusional too. Glass Onion, Knives Out, guys, come on. Oh Jesus.
I just think he's a bad actor.
Anyway, all right. Well, you think incorrectly, but yeah, A24 is absolutely fire.
Mm-hmm.
Keep doing the good stuff. Netflix, are they taking NFL from ESPN? Like, what's going on here?
No, they just bought the rights to those Christmas series of games for now. Football rights are but it's Amazon's also in that ring. It's football rights are very hard to acquire. They're not going to get much more than a couple of games here and there, unless they pay a lot of money.
The NFL is a bunch of hooers, and they're willing to sell off a game and let it be a blackout for their fans on a million different services, and it's disgusting. It's one of the main reasons I have no interest in professional sports these days. It's horse shit. Can't follow your favorite team to save your life, whether it's NBA, NFL, hockey. It's awful, dude. Being a sports fan is rough. You need 37 services to tune into your team. What are we doing, dude?
It is pretty ridiculous.
Do you think it's because the viewers are down, so they're trying to schlang some new deals, or what?
Oh no, the viewership is not down. It's lucrative amounts of money. That's
more
why
projected sales for the next quarter, man. It's sucking the shareholders. You know how it goes.
They wouldn't be able to make these deals if people weren't presenting them to the NFL.
They do love getting sucked.
I'm telling you.
I wish I was a shareholder.
I think it's technically a charitable organization, the NFL, or so, or it's a non-profit, so it can't be a shareholder. I don't think.
What is this? Just like it's a non-profit.
No, I'm pretty sure it's registered.
Is it a not-for-profit or is it a non-profit?
NFL.
They're two different things.
Profit status.
One is a lot more scuzzy, but if it's the NFL, I'm going to say they're the scummy one for sure.
Up until 2015, it was actually considered a 501c, so that's a nonprofit organization with tax-exempt status.
Okay.
They gave up their tax-exempt status in 2015 voluntarily, probably because of pressures to.
Of course,
making so much money.
Dude, did you know? I'm sure you did. That Green Bay Packers are owned by Green Bay.
They're owned by the fans. Technically, they're the only, I think,
crazy
ownership structure in the NFL.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the only ones.
New Belgium
they ain't letting that happen again.
Was an employee-owned company up until recently.
Wow.
They chose to sell. The
all good things
did.
come to an end.
Yeah.
All right, so I mean, how do you feel about the price hike? You still going to be a member of Netflix, Markstrom?
Yes, it's my most used service by a mile still. There's other ones that I enjoy from time to time, but I buy them in bursts. You know what I mean? I'll grab a month of something and we'll check out a show and maybe hit up another one for that month and then cancel it and whatever. But Netflix stays. They usually have something. And I'll be honest, dude, I've been just so busy lately. We really haven't been watching like long heaters, like drama they get into, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm looking for something real dumb at the end of the day. Netflix has some really good trashy reality TV that you can just put on and go to sleep to. So yeah, rot your brain a little bit. It's nice, man. I gotta have that in my life a little bit. I listen, bro.
You've always
I need
had
you to
had that
understand,
take.
Slum.
Huh?
Love is blind.
Yeah, yeah. See, dude, you've always loved that stuff. I think it's funny because there's some accuracy to this meme I saw.
Okay.
It's like the evolution of the husband and wife TV show. And it starts with the wife on the couch watching Love is Blind. And the husband walks by, goes, this stupid show again. And then he walks by and keeps walking. Next clip is he's washing the dishes or something, but he's peeking in to see what's happening. The next clip is he's on the couch watching it with her.
Yeah, this wasn't an Alex doing. Just for clarity, this is all me, 100%. I'm happy to admit that. No, it's good, dude. The fun part for me, I just like seeing these like scientifically created and leveraged like social experiments. You know what I
False
mean?
reality TV shows.
Yeah,
It's like enhanced reality almost.
There are some where you can just tell, man. The producers drive everything that happens. They're feeding everything to these people. Like,
Yeah, they also pick the hottest men and women to be on it.
I don't know if that's true. There are some real uggos on. Yeah,
Love is
And
blind,
gotta
guys.
They gotta bring. Can you show us the?
It's
Hey, can you bring up the
2025,
roster?
Slum, I'll have you know.
What? Bring up the roster of Love is Blind, please. What is it? Circle of Love or Love is Blind? Which one are you
Love is
doing?
Blind.
Can you bring up the roster of Love is Blind current season? You could probably just Google Love is Blind roster. Let's see.
Love is Blind season 7 cast. Meet the DC single. Okay, here we go. This looks.
Here we go. Let's see what we got here.
This is an official Netflix the story here. So
okay.
then,
okay, that guy looks like Markstrom.
What did I say?
You're right.
Dude?
Okay, they don't pick. You're right.
Gotta beat him to the joke, chat.
I'm gonna be honest with you. So far, these men are not that handsome.
That guy's forehead keeps on going. That's a handsome guy.
I'm not saying that there's no like attractive people.
Oh, Garrett's a quantum physicist too.
Yeah, so am I, dude.
Brains and brawn.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Our budget. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and our budget for our house is $300,000. Wait, hold on. I didn't even see the other guy. Well, give me a sec.
Well, I mean, like,
that guy.
Are we rating each of these people?
That guy's a hunk.
Yeah, he's a hunk.
This is a new segment. I think we're gonna have to bring this one
who's
back.
that guy? Leo. Leo's kind of.
Yeah, the listeners are really the ones that are listening on.
Yeah. So
really gonna appreciate this.
You're right. Sorry. Keep going though. Can we get to the?
Do you want to see the women?
Yeah, get to the females, please. That guy.
There's some good-looking men in here. Let's check the women.
No, honestly,
I'm just saying,
I feel like we're gonna get ourselves in
realistic
trouble here.
representative of normal people on this show. Like,
it's not bad. You're right. You're actually.
I'm spitting, dude.
Okay.
There's a mix. There's a mix.
It's a mix for sure.
Honestly, dude, I haven't seen one that. Well,
you want to hear why? You want to hear why this show does a better mix than most?
Because it's blind. They don't care what you look like.
That's the whole point of the show. And if they didn't have these moments where they don't match up aesthetically, like number to number wise, like if someone's really punching, then that just makes good TV, right? And and they know that, so they're trying to mismatch them, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but listen, nothing better when you. Here's the thing: if I'm watching something, I'm really trying to pay attention. You know, like I want to enjoy it. I want to like understand everything that's happening. That's like part of the joy for me to watch something. I don't have that in me at 8:15 at night. I'm dying by 8:15. I'm dying. I need something that's like I can watch 30 minutes of, and if I fall asleep in the middle of it, I don't care.
Okay.
And there's very few shows where I feel that way, and that's definitely one of them. It's perfect.
You should check out Below Deck too. Below Deck's a very good show. That's the one about the yacht cruise, and it's like the crew working together, and then they have all these millionaires going on the yachts, and they take care of them, and it's pretty cool.
What happens below deck on a millionaire yacht.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, my wife's a big Below Deck fan. I watch Below Deck with her. That's one of the reality TV shows that I watch.
Next, after you watch that, Markstrom, I believe these episodes are 25 minutes.
Okay.
Castlevania, I believe it's called.
Okay.
There's one season of Castlevania, and there's 2 seasons of Castlevania Nocturne. I believe.
Okay.
Really, I really like it. 25 minutes.
Video game.
Is it?
Animated?
I don't know. It is animated. I really like it.
Subtitles?
It's not Japanese. Maybe
It's
the
dubbed.
original is Japanese. It's
Okay.
no, it's even the mouths, they don't look weird. So like I don't think it's Japanese. I think it's just straight English people. I really enjoy it. So, you know, if that's I know you got a long list, but might as well throw that on there as well. What about there was Castlevania. Yeah, check that out. I think that was my last thing on Netflix. But I'm gonna still be a member of Netflix. I think they're doing a great job. But I have been catching myself go to, you know, the HBO account that I share with Markstrom every now and then, and more.
This is a joke for HBO, FBI.
How many?
Listening.
Wait, no, yeah, you're right. But how many users? If hypothetically, how many users do they allow you to have?
I think one. The one.
No, they wouldn't have the feature.
Well, you can have multiple
3
people
users
in the same household. That
hypothetically, like I have my own account.
There's a big difference between the users profiles so that you can see like where you're at in a show.
You're right.
Versus how many people can watch at once.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I don't have an account.
Add this onto my list right next to Spaceman.
Spaceman, dude.
Hey, listen, I'm not bullshitting you.
I'm excited for the time. I'm excited for when I get the text and you like Spaceman, and I want to hear your take on it.
Right. I'm not sure you know about the 3 seashells, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got, dude?
All right, so I got a couple keeping tabs updates. You know, you always told me to keep tabs on stuff. I got 2 big ones. The first one is, I mean, we look like geniuses. If you watched the episode last week, we're going to look like geniuses when you listen to our segment on the TikTok ban, because we had said that we didn't see the TikTok ban lasting very long. We believed it was a ploy to try and get, you know, the TikTok to be purchased by one of our major tech players in the United States. Well, TikTok was banned for less than 12 hours before an executive order from now President Trump basically delayed the ban for another, I believe, 6 or 7 months and laid the groundwork for TikTok to be acquired by U.S. companies. And the ban, I mean, they TikTok themselves put out a tweet that basically was less than 12 hours after they ended their service. They restored all services and TikTok is back.
We're back, baby.
Wait, so there's a path to ownership?
Yes, the idea behind this, and here's the exact quote that was shared in regards to this, was that they're going to forego punishment of anybody that helped keep it active, and that the guardrails are in place to attempt to, quote, make a deal to protect our national security.
Okay, attempt to, yeah.
I'm not
but
sure
the exact words were make a deal to protect our national security, aka sell it to a U.S.
Yeah,
they were horny to write Donald's name on the message, so that makes me think that they are more likely to try and make something happen than I originally thought, which is good. The reality, and this is the way Donald put it, was you know, their business is worth a ton of US dollars if it exists in the United States, and if it doesn't, then it's not worth anything. Which, you know, is obviously like a gross exaggeration, but it's worth significantly less if there's no American user base. So,
absolutely.
It is in their interest to make sure that something happens. We'll see what goes down, but yeah, I think it was all pretty thinly veiled what was going to occur that day, and it was fun though to go live, and everyone's like, "Oh man, TikTok's down." And then the word came around the horn. You know what I'm saying,
dude? I didn't expect it to even get there. And then I was at my sister-in-law's house, and they're always on TikTok, and they're like, "Oh no, it actually happened!" And I was dying, dude. I didn't actually expect it to happen, whether it was for an hour or whatever, but that was wild. Also, Abe, can you Google search The Art of the Deal?
You want his book? Yeah.
Google search The Art of the Deal.
Do you want the actual, like, what do you want, the book cover?
Yeah, let me see the cover of that thing. The Art of the Deal. I forget what this.
Here's the Amazon thing for.
That's The Art of the Deal. If someone's gonna make a deal, There it is, dude. Read the art of the deal. If there's a deal to be made, he'll make it. Anyway, let's go, dude. They're back. The TikTok is back. It is a smart business move. However, I'm still a little. I do need a little bit of our tentacles in there, dude. I do need a little bit of our tentacles in there. It's too big.
Our tentacles are everywhere.
But congratulations, you delinquents, you get your TikTok back. I'm not a user, but more power to you.
Best app ever. What else?
I know you feel that way.
I got one more quick update. Now, this one has to do with our boy Elon Musk, and it's not what a lot of people probably think. We're not going to go there and talk about the most recent events. But
Wild.
What we are going to talk about is the fact that he finally admitted in a video that was released by Nico Rex on YouTube that Elon said he could share basically the direct messages between himself and Elon, that he did indeed partake in account boosting and RMT usage in Diablo 4 and Path of Exile 2. The quotes were, Nico said, "Have you ever level boosted, aka had someone else play your accounts and or purchase gear/resources for PoE 2 and Diablo 4? Musk responded with a 100 emoji and said, "It's impossible to beat players in Asia if you don't." And then Nico also asked, regarding PoE 2, was it your intention to take full credit for leveling your hardcore characters? Musk responded, "No, never claimed that. The top accounts in Diablo or PoE require multiple people playing the account to win a leveling race." So those were basically an admission of guilt.
Live on stream and are in like the top 10. Like, what the?
And not only that, if that was the case, he also was on a podcast and he said, "I'm the number one.
He definitely posed it as he was the guy until it was very obvious to the entire gaming industry that he wasn't the guy. And then it's like, all right, I never claimed that. That's crazy. That is what it is.
Tough, man. It's tough. There's a lot of L's coming his way, man.
Yeah. It's a tough look. He had a very tough look the other day, but this is also a tough look.
I can't even explain that one, dude. Like, what the fuck? What the heck was that? Absolutely ridiculous. But anyway,
there's a theory that he's got a little bit of the tism in him, and that caused it.
Sure, that's not really a theory, but like, dude, you could do anything else, bro. But that one doesn't look too good.
It looks bad, and now he's an admitted level booster. So come on, dude.
Fucking asshole, man. At least Slum was just trying to show up with something to bring to the table. You know what I mean, dude?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do?
Show up naked to viewer play day? Hell no, dude. That's RMT different. Sometimes.
That's different.
How else you can keep up with the people in China?
Also, I never, that's different, and I never claim to like. I knew I was gonna die 10 seconds in, dude. Like, and you'd be like, this fully decked character doesn't even know how to shoot a gun. Like, I knew I'd rather just be honest. What?
I looted your ass and I used that shit.
That was part of the value.
Value, bro.
Value.
Gotta bring it to the table.
Gotta bring it to the table. For those who don't know, when I met Markstrom in the game DayZ, our first time we ever played a game together, I was in his stream for a while before that, and he had a few viewers.
Me,
I was really looking for like someone
Nightbot.
Nightbot. I was looking for someone to play with, and I wanted to play, but I never played before because I get a lot of anxiety. I didn't want to play that game alone. Like, I wouldn't even be able to leave the forest. I would be like shaking, like, I don't want to die.
So it's a parkour game.
It is for sure. So I went online. I found someone who sold like fully decked out kits, M4 armor, all that stuff. I bought the gear, and this is probably illegal in DayZ, so it is what it is. They banned me once already. I bought the kit, and then I was like, yo, I'm fully geared. I'll meet up with you. Met up with them, fully geared. I don't remember what happened after that, but I probably died the first fight we got into because I never played the game before. But I never claimed that I was good or anything, and I probably told you that relatively soon after the occurrence. But then we played all the time, and I got freaking nice. Tremendously nice, because 5.7 patch in the game DayZ was just a battle simulator. You could just fight every day. It was awesome.
Well, you know why you got nice though? Because you played the game yourself and learned it, unlike Elon, who is paying people to do it for him.
Well, dude, it is what it is, man. I'm not gonna say he did the right thing. It is what it is, dude.
Shout out,
and I'm pretty sure,
DayZ, bro.
It would have. I know it would have been understandable if you didn't gloat to be number one, and you just said like, "Yeah, dude, guys, I don't really have a lot of time to like play." Like, so
it would have been so cool if he just said that, and then he just was like doing absolute pleb shit in the act.
Yeah,
that would have been awesome, and everyone would have been like, "Oh hell yeah, nice."
Like when he walked past like the currency or whatever in PoE, if you is that worth something? Oh yeah, I'll go pick it up. Like when I just, dude, there's so many ways he could have did it better, but what are you gonna do? I still like him. Just stop doing stupid stuff like that, man. That I don't know. All right, what else we got, dude?
All right, so this one I thought was really, really interesting and pretty cool. And this was NASA has a satellite that they have out there called the Discover, DSCOVR, which is the Deep Space Climate Observatory satellite, and it has a camera on it, and it's currently 1 million miles away in orbit. And what they did was they used that camera to take a picture of the moon crossing the Earth. So this is, I believe it or not, this is the real photo because it kind of looks fake with how it, like, let me zoom out a little bit. But this is a photo of the Earth, too much. And then the moon crossing in front of it, taken from a satellite 1 million miles away in orbit.
That's pretty cool, man.
So I think it's the first time they have the backside of the moon essentially filmed successfully, or at least that's what the article claimed.
So
from NASA.
I'm gonna keep it a bean here. Do you think this was touched up at all? Or
So
no?
I figured that question would come up. So I looked into the process of how it does its coloring.
Okay.
So basically, the system they use is something that they named EPIC. I don't know what it stands for, but it's natural color images of Earth are generated by combining 3 separate monochrome exposures taken by the camera in quick succession. EPIC takes a series of 10 images using different narrowband spectral filters from ultraviolet to near infrared to produce a variety of science products. The red, green, and blue channel images are used in these color images, and they combine the 3 images taken about 30 seconds apart, which is why the moon has a little bit of a blur to it.
That's not even what I'm asking for. So not only the blur, that's a little interesting. That's the RGB, so that's color. What about the levels of light and exposure? Because the moon, if it wasn't what is an HDR photo, which is like, I'll take 20 photos ranging from super underexposed to super overexposed, and then I'll blend them all together. So anything that's like black, I can actually bring out the levels and you can see it. Because in reality, if you snap what is lighting the moon from that side so you can
It's the sun.
it?
The sun.
Is it the sun? Okay.
Yeah, they actually waited till the sun was in. This is the lit side of Earth with the moon crossing the lit side of Earth.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, then there goes that. I appreciate you entertaining my.
Yeah, no, I tried to do as much research on how they did it as possible because I figured some questions would come up.
Yeah, I mean, and this is, the sun is still 90 million miles away from the moon here.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not like this like weird concentration or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's a really far away light source. And this thing, this in orbit, was only 1 million away. So.
And people did also state, by the way, that this might support a flat moon theory, which I thought was hilarious because of the way that the image is generated. It looks very flat in general, but for the most part,
so does the Earth. But you have all the texture on the Earth to provide it being like to give you the view of it being a globe, a round sphere.
Yeah,
I thought was
the light sources.
Quite a bit.
That's how light sources work. If they're not like around 45 degrees, you don't get the Rembrandt lighting of your planet. You're getting a direct light source. It makes a sphere look like a plate.
What I thought was so cool about this, though, is that you're actually looking at basically an angle of the moon that we really are not familiar with whatsoever, because we do not often interact or see this part of the moon from the Earth itself.
Yeah, I mean, I never saw that spot on the moon before. Sometimes when you look up, you can see like different colors. And yeah. You can see like the craters on it and stuff, because sometimes the moon
there's
is
like an impact crater here and stuff too here. It's really cool.
Yeah. And that little green, that's I would think that's chromatic aberration, which happens all the time. It like the colors get wonky a little bit. I think it's very cool, man. Very cool. I like it. I honestly think though, like I could make that in 2 seconds. I'm not saying they did. I'm just saying like, if I was the government, I'd be dropping a lot of these. Just like, hey guys, we saw the backside of Saturn now.
Look what we did this week.
Yeah,
We're
like,
nuts.
dude, it's just so easy to make.
Hey, listen, this is why we need critical thinking skills and people questioning what they're looking at all the time, man. Especially when it comes to now voice and video footage, all generated on the fly by all kinds of morons. It didn't take any skill to do this. It's crazy, bro. Scary.
Oh man.
I think it looks pretty cool,
We're
man.
too
I just think
powerful.
the Earth is so cool, dude. Like
Yeah.
the clouds, the swirls. Oh man, there's so much water.
There's some cool planets out there that look maybe even cooler than Earth, I'll be honest.
Really?
Oh yeah. The moon looks like a basic bitch because it's the moon.
Yeah, the moon's so basic. It really needs to step up.
It doesn't
it.
doesn't have enough mass to have like the gravity needed to have like a cool atmosphere. It's all about the atmosphere. You know what I mean?
But we still need it though. Plays a crucial part.
Yeah.
So
Tides and whatnot. Yep.
And
yeah.
Plum's monthly cycle.
Is there one more quick update, or did we get through the updates already?
We got through the updates, but I mean, I just have another. I guess this is like a PSA for people out there right now that we can do pretty quickly. I found this article about McDonald's, who they're the king of promotional activities that they always seem to have been a monopoly and all the games that they do. Well, they partnered with Pokemon. And they actually have a unique
We're back
Pokemon platform that they've put together here where there's a Dragon Discovery trading card set that is unique to McDonald's, and it's part of a Happy Meal promotion through the 24th of February. And these things are already selling crazy on the resale market. Like crates of them going for $600 to $800. Yeah, hold on. I'm bringing that up right now.
Just imagine what it looks like.
And I also have.
Wait,
let me go.
I don't have to imagine. I went to the very first Pokemon movie when it came out in theaters, and I got like the gold Mew that they did with the movie. Yeah. And then we also hit the Burger King when they had the deal with Burger King back in the day. And you get like the big Pokeballs. You know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about.
Those were juicers, man.
So what are you getting in this Happy Meal?
So you are getting a booster pack of the Dragon Discovery trading card set for the Pokemon trading card game. That each contain 4 of 15 available Pokemon trading cards from that set. And this set is a unique set made for this McDonald's Happy Meal promotion. So on average across the United States, a Happy Meal is worth about $5 is what it goes for traditionally across McDonald's and state to state. These packs alone, the individual unopened packs are selling for $5 already on the resale market.
That's
so basically you can go buy you're getting a free you just go crush some Happy Meals and you're getting your money back by selling the trading card.
This brings me to a very important question.
Okay.
How many Happy Meals do you think you can crush?
What comes in a Happy Meal?
We got to find that out. And I think there's options, right? Isn't there like a nugget one or a burger one?
It's probably like 4 nuggets and a fry, or like a McDouble, or like a cheeseburger and a fry.
So they have. It looks like they have 3 traditional Happy Meals. There's the hamburger Happy Meal, the 4-piece chicken nuggets Happy Meal, and the 6-piece for the big boys out there. The 6-piece chicken nugget Happy Meal, and you get a small fry, a drink, and the main menu item that you're ordering.
That's
it looks like some apples too. It also comes with apples, I believe.
I haven't had McDonald's in a long time, but that's a silly question. Before I started tracking again, which I feel great by the way, because I'm back on my stuff. I ate 40 spicy nugs and 2 what are the son of Baconators from Wendy's, dude. Delicious. I put down 100 of these. No, I would leave the apples though. I don't.
Are we saying you have to eat the whole thing?
No, that's what I'm saying.
You got to drink that milk too.
Nah, I'd get rid of the milk.
That's gonna really impede your ability to crush these bad boys.
Nah, get rid of the milk, get rid of the apples, and I'll eat 100 nuggets easy.
Why are they putting milk and apples in a Happy Meal?
Always, dude.
Not always, bro. I got
always.
That is not an always. In the back in the day when I actually ordered Happy Meals, never in my life did I get. It was a soda, it was fries, and the nugs.
It was not a soda. It was a high C, probably.
Okay, that's actually the heat. Okay,
Yeah.
might be
Probably
wrong.
worse than a soda.
I mean,
so
you
that's
could get a soda. Like, they could give you like a small Coke if you wanted, but there's juice or milk. Like, that's the staple.
Really?
That's in Chick-fil-A.
I remember
too.
getting the little cup. I just thought you got the little cup that you would be able to go to the soda machine.
That's
at.
what I
Yeah,
thought.
yeah, that's fine. But I didn't get soda.
Milk
I was
with the Mickey D's is crazy. Let me just say,
Milk
you
or
are
apple
a
juice?
psychopath.
Also, the apples. The apples is a wild move here. Like,
Never
where
seen
is-
apples in a Happy
I've
Meal.
never seen apples before in my
That's
life.
crazy.
And
Guys.
McDonald's.
guys. There was always one sort of healthy choice, and then a juice or a milk.
We went to
or
different
soda.
McDonald's because I don't remember a single damn healthy choice.
All right, why don't you look it up? How old are you? You
McDonald's
60?
been adding
Look up
apple
60.
slices to Happy Meal since 2012.
Hold on,
That's
I didn't.
way
I didn't
after I
say,
was going there.
I didn't say specifically apples. I said a healthy choice. So look up what
Well,
the.
I would have been
app-
in the 90s. Not
Okay, look up what the Happy Meal was.
McDonald's Happy Meal 90s. What do we got here? Do we have like
to go to the images.
toys?
Nah, no toys.
Just go to the images.
Yeah, go to the images.
McDonald's began adding healthier options to Happy Meals in 2011.
Really?
What's
All
this
right.
one?
Let the record
Look,
show,
I mean,
I was 20 years old before they started adding healthy things.
this is just these
I mean,
these
there's
images. They're
potatoes.
just burgers and fries or chicken nuggets and fries.
That's what I'm
with
saying,
a soft
dude.
drink.
Bring
Alright.
back that McDonald's, man. This is crazy.
Alright.
This is getting out of hand.
This is what I
That's
grew
why
up with
people
right
have
here.
unhealthy relationships with food, because if you're going to eat something that's really bad for you and tastes good, then do it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Like, don't dip a toe with bringing the apples in.
Don't
Yeah,
give
you're
me
right.
some
and
healthy
and the
ass
low
banana
fat
bread.
milk. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, bro. Listen, I don't.
Well-
Alexander gonna make banana bread in my house, bro. I want to see chocolate chips in that bitch.
You're-
I don't want it made with a bunch of healthy ingredients. I don't want coconut oil in that bitch.
Ew.
No, man.
All the gluten. Bring it on.
Bring on the gluten.
You're not a Happy Meal person. The kid is the Happy Meal person. So yes, give him a freaking milk. Give him an apple juice if
Can
they're gonna eat
somebody
nuggets.
get the kid a freaking Happy Meal? And I don't
No,
want
it's a-
milk and apples in it. Listen, you know Frankenstein didn't want milk and apples. You know
He
that
wanted
shit.
breakfast.
He was gonna shit his pants.
Oh my gosh. Dude. Anyway, besides, I'm starving. By the way,
I'm
I gotta
so hungry, bro.
I gotta heat up my taco bowl.
Super fucked up over here. I gotta eat.
All right, so why don't you? Been a wonderful episode. Why don't you tell us what's exciting and anything new going on in your life?
Bro, I had my first meeting with the undead and OnlyFans. Man, I got juiced up. Absolutely juiced, man. I got 3 big items for my character, so I'm blasting. I'm level 34, maybe almost 35 now. And we're cruising to 60 as fast as humanly possible. So we're getting after it. I believe the guild starts raiding February 1st, so it'll be a big push to try and get in with at least the second raid group, and we'll see how things go. But you can catch all that twitch.tv/Markstrom.
Abe, how about you, dude?
Let me just first say that anybody out there that's got a sedentary job or anything, works from home, I have just recently upgraded my desk to a standing desk and bought one of those under desk walking pads. And just throughout the
Oh, you're
day
gonna say
while I'm
something
messing
totally
around on my
different.
computer, yeah, no, this is a positive message. I've been averaging like 6 miles a day just walking while I'm crushing emails and doing meetings and also just hanging out at my desk during the day. It's awesome. So anybody that needs a little bit of extra activity in your life, man, I highly recommend this. It's been life-changing for me so far in this new year. I've really enjoyed it. It's just extra activity. I feel great ever since I started doing it. And I'll take all those great feelings to keep moderating the channel over at twitch.tv/Markstrom. So you won't be getting banned for me. I'm in a good mood. I'm walking every day.
You can also take some of those extra calories you burn, put them towards some Happy Meals. I'm just
Damn
saying.
right. And get some trading cards while you're at it.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Well, I'm gonna just get right to it. Those who are still listening, would you kindly subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already? Press the notification bell. You may have seen some shorts come out on this YouTube channel. We're putting a little bit more work into the back end, and we're going to be releasing more of those. So we're very excited about that. We do this podcast hold on. Share this channel with your mom, your dad, your cousin, your auntie, the fish in the fishbowl, and the dog on the couch. We have a great time doing this podcast, and we want to share that great time with as many people as we can. You never know. They might be scrolling their timeline and see our podcast, and they might hear us talking about McDonald's Happy Meals, and they might be as old as Abe and be like, they did not have healthy options in the Happy Meals back in the day. So please, it does help when you do share this channel, and it means the world to us. So thank you very much. We do this podcast every Wednesday unless Markstrom has a baby or Abe goes on vacation. And we want to keep doing it because we have a great time. So this has been another wonderful episode of the Plugged Podcast, and we will see you guys next week. Peace.
Deuces.